first item I have is about Paizocons, plural, not Paizocon. So understandably, Paizo have made the decision this year that the physical Paizocon will not go ahead. They're not going to do the maybe, or keep moving a date. They've just said this is not the year for it. They've been really responsible, Paizo, with kind of cover. They were one of the first companies to send people home. They haven't had anyone back in the office, and they've just been like, this is not the time to start chancing it just because there's a vaccine out. So no Paizocon in the US this year. Sadly, also no Paizocon UK this year. That normally takes place later in the summer, and there were question marks about it here because we're getting on with the vaccine rollout. But they've decided again it's not safe. No Paizocon UK. So instead, what we are getting, we knew we were going to get Paizocon online, which is May 28th to 31st, which is going to be like it was last year, lots of online seminars and loads and loads of games. If you are interested in doing that, game sign-ups open tomorrow. If you're watching this live today, if you're on the audio, or whenever, if you're listening to it later. So the 1st of April, the game sign-ups open up. So jump on there if you want to get your pick of which games you want to play. After that, Paizocon UK is going to be merging with the PFS Society in France, and they are launching Paizocon Online Europe, which will be on 19th to 22nd of August of this year. So that is an online gaming convention based on European time. So anyone who's gone to any of these online conventions, if you did sort of Gen Con or Paizocon or anyone like that last year and did the online versions, they're great. It's great that we get to go on them in this country, but it does mean you have to stay up quite late. So what we're getting with this is a convention set on European time. So we'll be able to play games at the normal times, and there will be a slot for American time as well, or international times. So a lot of things there. The other thing that is interesting is because this is August, so this is in the Gen Con slot. Gen Con, we know, has been bumped to September. They're still planning a live convention. I don't know quite how optimistic they are about that. I'm certainly not so interested in trying to get over to America and go to that just yet. But because that slot is where a lot of the releases are, they've said, hey, let's let Paizocon Europe have it. So Paizocon Europe is going to be the launching place for the new season of Pathfinder Society. So that is where all the new storyline for the year is going to be launching. So what was a tiny little con in Birmingham that we went to a couple of years ago is now going to be the launching pad for the whole new season of Pathfinder Society, which will be very exciting if you're a big PFS fan, I'm sure. So that's good. And the final one, which we know very little about, Paizocon South Pacific has been announced, which is a physical con. It will be taking place somewhere in the Sydney, Brisbane or Canberra area this year at some point, because Australia is doing very, very well in its suppression of COVID. So there is going to be a physical Paizocon, but you have to go to Australia for it, and we don't know the date yet.
Well, I can tell you that it'll take place on some enchanted evening for all of those who know South Pacific. Musicals gang.
Wow. Wonderful.
Well,
that. I can tell Ross appreciates that.
Yeah, Ross loves it.
Comes wandering over.
Oh, he's still alive.
Borash is never eaten by creatures. He is too mighty by this. I see that Borash has done well to hire all of you as his guards. You have done very well this day.
Where were you? Were you just hiding behind the cart or something?
No, Borash was hiding behind that camel. And he points at the camel. The camel nods.
Good. I'm glad you did.
Yes, do not worry. Borash is safe, which is more than I can say for Tim. He gestures to the person who's in two pieces. But that is not a problem, for Tim did not pay very well for his protection. And so if anyone were to be eaten, I would hope that it would be either Tim or Sandra over there. And he gestures to one of the other merchants, who just suddenly looks like, sorry, what?
You are a very trying man.